Alrighty, and we're here today with episode 2 of Philly and Fred. Some things we're going to talk about today is the Monday night game, a little bit about the Thursday night game, and then the Sunday slate. Throw a couple bets in, go throw a couple spreads in, a couple picks we like. We're going to start with that Lions game because we talked about it before, like last week. The Ravens, it's something different every week. And now this week, they couldn't stop the run. They gave up 225 rush yards. Like, and people keep saying, well, Matabike's hurt. Everybody on the whole defensive line got, like, if Matabike was playing the A gap, they could have just ran to the other A gap. Like, they got out physical on both sides of the ball, offense, defense. Like, that defense, they struggled last year, but I don't think you can fix being out physical because that's what's going on right now. They're just getting out physical on the defensive line. Have you ever heard of the Ravens? The Ravens. They can't stop the run. They're not physical on defense. Like that's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's kind of egregious, man. Like they're missing tackles. Like you said, they can't even close the A gap. I mean, Montgomery and Gibbs just ran all over them, and yeah, this is not the defense we're accustomed to seeing year in and year out. Um, so yeah, it's a lot of questions, and they're pretty banged up as well, which doesn't help. So yeah, it's not looking too good on that side of the ball for the Ravens.
Well, people keep saying like, yeah, they are banged up, but this something like when I watched the Ravens, it felt deeper than that though. That felt like a mentality. That felt like Dan Campbell coach team versus a Harbaugh coach team. Like Dan Campbell, I don't know what happened week 1 to the Lions because like that's what scared me about when I picked the Lions. Like that week 1, like they got beat at the line of scrimmage. When they got Dan Campbell as coach, they never get beat at the line of scrimmage. Like
Right.
that's why I don't know if it's a mentality now in Baltimore or what it is. It's crazy to say this about a Ravens team. They look soft.
No,
Like
they they
I'm a
do.
Steelers fan, so I've watched the Ravens pretty close for how many ever years I've watched football. I ain't never thought of watched a Ravens team play football and thought, oh, they're soft. Like defensive line, oh, they're soft. I mean, they've had absolute legends on that defensive side of the ball, and right now, I don't know if they got a. Maybe it is game plan. Maybe like they're just not have good gap integrity, but it feels like it's a mindset more than anything. But
Yeah, or coaching. We don't know.
well, and since we talked about the loser, we got to talk about the winner. I mean, hey, I told you last week. I told you people were out on the Lions. They lost their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. They said, "Oh, they're done." Dan Campbell's bad coach. You'll see. Get week 1, they got killed, and it looked like I said, "Hey, I picked them." I was like, "Oh man, I might have been wrong. They might have been them coordinators." But like ever since then, which I talked to Drake. He's a Lions fan. The
Mhm.
big thing about the last 2 weeks compared to week 1, they stayed on schedule really well the last 2 weeks. Like it'd be 2nd and 6, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 3. Like that week 1 against the Packers, they got in 3rd and long a lot, and that's not their good. They're not good in 3rd and long because their line's good, but it's hard to block on 3rd and long when you got Micah Parsons off the edge or something like that. So like these last 2 weeks, they got back to playing physical football, running the ball first, play action, Jared Goff off that, Amon Ra, Gibbs, Montgomery. Like they look like the Lions the last 2 years, the last 2 weeks. What are your thoughts about the Lions?
Yeah, I totally agree. After that first week, and I was one of those before the season saying, Lions probably regress. Now I wasn't saying, oh, they'd be out of the playoffs because, they lost their OC and DC, but I definitely thought they was gonna regress, and that's what it looked like the first game. But yeah, like you said, after the past 2 weeks, looks like that same offense, that's been there, haven't skipped a beat. Um, so yeah, I mean they're dominating on that side of the ball.
Well, and talking about offense, we got to talk about the defense because like Lamar, it felt like Lamar played really good. They only scored 24 points. Like
Mm-hmm.
one thing they did awesome that teams struggle to do, and that when teams do this, the Ravens they're just not as good because like they rely on Lamar to do that. But like they didn't let Lamar get out of the pocket. I think 1 2 times they would
Mm-hmm.
funnel him to the middle every time, funnel them to the middle, and they always had one or two spies right there. Like the game plan was unbelievable. Like nobody looked open,
Yeah.
and there was two runs specifically that when Lamar gets the type of space he got, oh, it's a first down. It's over. He's getting in the open field and he's not getting tackled for a while. But they made two spies stepped up and made two shoelace tackles on Lamar. That's hard to do. It's hard to tackle that man in open field 1-on-1, and they
Oh,
did it twice.
yeah. They they got some guys on the defensive end as well. I mean, we forgot what's his name? Hutch was out all of or the second half of last year, and he's back, being a force on that D line. But yeah, they got some weapons on that side of the ball. So uh yeah, looking like a little scary Lions team at for 3 weeks in.
Yeah, yeah. They look like the real deal, and I'll just end it with the Ravens. The crazy thing is they're still going to go 12-5 and 11-6. Probably win the North. I mean, I'm a Steelers fan. Don't see the Steelers winning it. Bengals don't have Joe Burrow, and I mean the Browns are the Browns, so we ain't even going to speak on them. But yeah, I mean at the end of the day, I'm not too. Which you should be maybe a little worried because I think they beat the Chiefs, but that's still you don't want to play the Chiefs when you need a win.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, yeah, if Ravens one of those teams will be 1-3. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be looking a
yeah.
little rough for
Which
one of those teams.
I think the Chiefs need it more than the Ravens, but the Ravens.
Yeah, probably so. Yeah, I agree.
All right. So we'll move on to the Thursday night game, Seahawks Cardinals. Uh, I don't even know what to say about this game because I, the Seahawks they'll be a playoff team. They'll probably go 10-7. Darnold looks pretty good. They got some weapons, but I don't think they'll win a playoff game. And I think the bigger story here is really the Cardinals because the Cardinals fell in the trap that I think the Jags and the Dolphins did of they were scared to have to go out and draft another quarterback, so they paid their tier 2, tier 3 quarterback a tier 1 quarterback, and he's just not good enough to drag that team along when he's getting paid $45 million.
Yeah, it's surprising me like Murray not taking that next step. It's a little disappointing. Seahawks have surprised me. I actually fell asleep during that game. The
Hey, I
beginning,
did too. Game looked bad
yeah.
early on.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. Yeah, beginning of fourth quarter. And I wake up and I there was one notification that said Cardinals tied it up late, and so I mean they had a chance at winning or even going to OT. The kicker for the Cardinals, did you see the kickoff where
Oh,
he
he missed
didn't
it
get in the
by
landing
barely
zone?
though. Yeah, they said he barely missed it. I did see that.
Yeah, or it most likely going to OT because it was a 50 some yard field goal, but they
Yeah.
was 20 yards more than what they should have been. So um, but yeah, same old Cardinals team.
Does it
Seahawks.
does
Go
it
ahead.
just feel like they're just never a threat? Like when you
Oh,
watch the
never.
Cardinals, they never like I haven't watched the Cardinals in a while and thought like, "Oh, they could be scary in the playoffs." Like
Yeah.
I never think that watching the Cardinals. There's just something about them. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's been a while since, I've thought that for the Cardinals. But Seahawks have kind of surprised me with how good they've been playing. I didn't think coming this season they'd be a playoff team. I thought the Darnold thing was more of possibly like a 1 year. He was in the right
Bridge.
system with Kevin, O'Connell. But no, he's still doing his thing. Defense hasn't played that bad this season, so Seahawks, they got a nice little roster there.
Well, and I think I might take back what I just said. The Seahawks are built to win a playoff game. You think about it. Great
Yeah.
defense, even though it's old school. Got great defense. Kenneth Walker. They can run the football. I mean, Darnold. When the run games, that's his thing. Is like he's kind of like Jared Goff. Like he's not going to go above and beyond, but when the run game's working, he's great off play action. Like
Oh yeah.
that's he can excel if you give him a good defense, like the Vikings did for 15 games, and then a running game. Like he's good there. That's
hmm
his sweet spot right there. But if you don't give him that, he can't take you to that next level like some of the other quarterbacks can.
Yeah, and like Seahawks, if they was to somehow get home field advantage in the playoffs, like that crowd is one of the best in the whole NFL. So yeah, you
That's
wouldn't want to go to play in Seattle in the playoffs.
no, but it'll be tough to win that division too, though, because they
Mm,
got the Rams and the 49ers in that division,
true.
and that's gonna be probably one of the probably not definitely one of the best divisions, if not the best division in football.
Yep, correct.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the Sunday slate now. We're gonna start in Ireland with the Vikings Steelers. This is the first time I think the first time the Steelers have been overseas because I don't feel like I've had to wake up at 9:30 to watch a Steelers game yet.
Uh,
I
yeah,
think,
I don't recall any.
and it makes sense. It feels right though. The Steelers feel like they fit in Ireland. Like that feels like Steelers should play in Ireland.
Yeah.
That feels like Steelers town. But Steelers, I said it last week. That was one of the worst. How should I say this? How did I say it last week? I felt worse after that win than I felt after a win in a long time. Just
Mm-hmm.
the offense scored 14 quickly and then just completely didn't do anything to the last drive. You won the turnover battle. They turned the ball over 5 times, and you won on a last second touchdown. And then you got the Vikings coming in, who just scored 48 points. Defense looked incredible, and people make fun of him, but Carson Wentz looked serviceable. He looked pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like that might be a good place for Carson Wentz to really revive his career because he don't got it. Like they weren't going to ask JJ McCarthy to do that much. Like they were kind of going to ask him to do what Wentz is doing. Like we talked
Mm-hmm.
about with Darnold, we got a good defense, we got a run game. You just make a couple throws here and there, and then you're having good game. What's the spread on this one?
Vikings are favored by 2.5.
2.5. Where you going on this? Who you going with?
So not my favorite game on the board,
No.
but my lean would be to the Vikings side. Um, like like you said the other day, is as you probably should. It's the worst you felt about a 2-1 Steelers team in a while, and you should. Y'all are +5 in the in forced fumbles recovered. Like there's a luck rate to that. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's sustainable, if that makes sense. Um,
Well, and
I'm not a
plus,
go
my
ahead.
bad to cut you off there, but
Yeah,
like those weren't T.J. Watt punchouts. The Patriots
yeah,
just fumbled the ball. They
yeah.
just basically handed it to us and said, "Here you go, you take it." Like it wasn't like we were. They There's defensive forced fumbles. I don't think those were defensive forced fumbles. That was just the
Mhm.
offense coughing it up, watching it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they had two fumbles at the 1 yard line. Stevenson, he's probably getting benched. Henderson's
Oh yeah,
definitely gonna get most of the
yeah.
carries, I'd assume, this week.
Was that
Um,
weird though that they didn't play Henderson more and they gave it to Gibson when Stevenson
yeah,
fumbled and then Gibson fumbled? That was weird that you draft a
hmm
guy that high and
yeah,
then your other guy fumbles and you don't put. That was weird to me. I don't know what they were thinking there.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, back to the Steelers. I don't like Vikings top 5 defense. They've won 6 straight actually against the AFC as well. And one thing that I wouldn't have guessed, the Steelers have had 5 straight losses against the spread as underdogs. And Tomlin seems like, or is usually a good, underdog team. So, but if I was betting this, I would take the over 40.5 points. I just think that is way too low. Um, Vikings do have a good defense, but I don't see them holding Steelers, to nothing. So I think Steelers can put a couple touchdowns up there, maybe a field goal, um, and then Vikings can probably do what they want against this Steelers defense. So if I was betting this game, I would take the over. Lean Vikings, but not my favorite play.
See, I like Vikings here too, but I don't know if I like the over as much as you because I don't think you haven't watched as many Steelers football games as I have, and you have no
Hmm.
idea the ability of a Steelers team to just muddy it up, ugly it,
Yeah.
and then lose on the last second field goal.
Mm.
So yeah, I think definitely have to go the Vikings. I can't look you in the eye honestly and be like, yeah, Steelers are a better team than the Vikings, and they're going to beat them in Dublin.
Yeah.
All right, on to the next game. Spread of the Chargers Giants game.
6.5 Chargers are favorite. A six
Does
and a half.
does that seem low to you?
Yes, it does. I was actually
Okay,
gonna point that. I was gonna point that out.
that's
Yes.
what I thought because I did like look up on the ESPN app before the game, and I
Hmm.
did see that, and I was like, man, that feels low, doesn't it?
It seems, yeah, it seems very low, which is why I lean the Giants plus 6.5. Not my favorite again. On this slate. Yeah, it seems like this spread would be about no less than 7.5, anywhere between like 7.5 and about 9. Maybe they think something of Jackson Dart making his first start. Um, but yeah, I would lean Giants. Chargers have been playing very good, which is, yeah, this line seems a bit off. So
But yeah, and you're gonna bet Giants to do the classic weird line, so I'm betting the one that everybody's gonna go against because that's like, yeah,
hmm
that's the only reason to bet the Giants.
yeah,
All right, and I want to say one quick thing about the Giants. You know what this has the feel of?
what's that?
Just the Giants in general, the Bears when they
Um,
when you get Caleb Williams and then you fire the head coach, fire the offensive coordinator, and his first 2 years at your team, he has two new systems.
oh
Like,
yeah,
does it have that feeling like they're not going to get the best out of Jackson Dart? Like,
probably
they're gonna
not.
mess him up a little bit.
Yeah, and I've Dable next year like that. That's his cutoff, like, or he's gone. You know what I'm
See,
saying?
I think if he's bad this year, if if Dart doesn't improve a good amount and they don't win a lot of games, I don't know if he survives this year.
Yeah. I think Dart will improve. And I say next year only because we all knew coming to the season Giants had the number one hardest schedule of any NFL team. So that's why I feel like they probably give him a little leniency this year, knowing they had the hardest schedule, not a lot of expectations. But I mean, that don't always mean anything in the NFL.
Do you another quick question? I've been seeing this go around. Has Russ played him? Well, first off, did you think when he was leaving Seattle, did you think Russ was going to be a Hall of Famer?
He Probably so. I feel like he's probably on that borderline, even
Do you
though he
think
had two Super Bowls.
do you think he's played his way out of the Hall of Fame? Because I've seen a lot of people saying they think he's played his way out of the Hall of Fame, which is kind of weird that I didn't think you could do that, but I guess you can.
I mean, yeah, it's been bad ever since he left Seattle. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he'd be. I'd have a vote for him to make the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that's tough couple years for old Russie. All right, next game, Titans Texans. Absolute snooze fest. Will not be on any of my four YouTube TV Sunday ticket screens, but it's a game, so we'll pick a spread. What's the spread in this one?
uh, Texans are favored by 7.5.
Give me Titans.
Yeah, same.
Like, give me Titans. What's the over
Same.
under too?
I don't have that. Actually,
If
give me one
it's
sec.
if it's anything above probably 30, what is I don't
30.
even.
It's 39.5.
Oh,
I'd probably still lean under. I mean,
I'd go if I'm picking. I'm picking under. I ain't betting on these two offenses.
yeah. So,
Absolutely no way. I'm putting hard
oh
earned
no,
money that I've made doing construction on these teams scoring points because I ain't seen enough of them scoring, looking good
no,
enough on offense to bet that money.
no. And one thing about the Texans, cool little stat here. They're the only team in the last 20 years to be 0-3 after allowing 55 points or less. So that's telling you that their defense pretty good, offense no bueno.
55 points in 3 games, and they don't have a single victory. That's just
Nope.
and you have a quarterback that after his rookie year, people were anointing him like, oh, he's going to be up there with Burrow and Mahomes and
Hmm.
Allen and Lamar, and like now they just the offense is just it's. And I think like you got to put some blame on Stroud because he's a quarterback. I mean that's just because if they were when he won his rookie year, he got all the credit. So like you got to give him some blame, but it's a combination of I think bad ownership and bad GMing and just bad quarterback play.
Yeah, all of the above. All of the above.
Any other comments about that one? I feel like
No, I
we
mean another little trend real quick. Texans have lost five straight as favorites against or excuse me, not NFC, AFC South, their own division. So over there's no way I could lay over a touchdown with this team right now.
no, but yeah, ooh, I might I actually really like that now. Next game, this is a weird one. Commanders Falcons because I think
Hmm.
are Commanders favored in this?
No, they're getting 2.5. They're underdogs, or one and a
Okay.
half, depending on what book.
See, I think this is the time to go with the Falcons because I think people are so down on the Falcons right now. I think now it's time to go with the Falcons because like the 2 weeks before that, like if their kicker don't miss a kick, they go into overtime, possibly beat the Bucks. And then that Vikings game, I mean, that defensive line looked dominant. They ran the ball. Like I think I don't know. That was just one of them games I think you throw out last week. Like I really just
Hmm.
after watching them the first 2 weeks, I genuinely don't know what happened. So I think I'm gonna have to go with the Falcons because I think people are down on them, but I think they're still a really good football team and they can do some good things.
Yeah. I I hate this game. Like I want to lean to the Falcons, but I mean, like you said, that probably is like a throwaway game, division game. You just didn't come to play. And then there's the Commanders. They're they're honestly just banged up. Like Daniels is out for this game. McLaurin is out. Krosky Merritt is questionable right now. And Eckler's already out, so you're gonna be third streak running back if Krosky Merritt can't go. So this is just one of those ugly games. I probably lean the Commanders. Mariota was pretty serviceable his last game. I wasn't expecting him to put that many points up against the Raiders. Um, he had one touchdown in that game. In 3 games, Penix has one touchdown. So they have the same amount of touchdowns. Um, yeah, and Mariota has two less games played. But yeah, not. I honestly hate this game on the board. If I'm betting this, probably bet the under. I don't know how points are going to be scored. Mariota, he's only going to have Debo and Ertz to throw. Other than that, you just have a bunch of really third stringers. Um, but yeah.
To the Commanders to me this year, they got a feeling of the Texans Stroud's second year because like
Hmm.
they had the really good first year, but then like the second year they didn't get any better. Their quarterback just got a year older, and everybody was like, "Oh, they're going to take the next step this year," but they didn't get no better. Like
Right.
I mean, they got Debo, but let's say what it is. But Debo ain't. I don't think he's the same guy that the
Yeah.
49ers got their first couple years. Like
Yeah.
but I mean, he's looked faster this year. It looks like he looks good this year, but he still ain't the same player. Like
Right.
the Commanders feel like they're going to be 9-8, 10-7. Yeah,
Hmm.
like they just people were high on them, and when I watched their offseason, I was like, I don't really feel like they got any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. I got Falcons. You got Commanders.
Yeah. Just a slight lean to Commanders, but yeah, don't love it.
Oh God, next game. Oof. Saints Bills. I mean, not a lot to be said. Saints stink. Bills are really good. Bills got Josh Allen. Saints don't.
Yeah. Simple. I
But
mean,
you see, I can't bet this spread. I've seen how high the spread is, and there's no way because
yeah.
I don't want to lose off my team that I have is up 17 points
Backdoor.
or up 21, up 3 scores, and then they give up a last second touchdown. Like that's one of them ones I could never because I hate that in college when a team's favored by
Hmm.
like 55 And I'm like, I'm not losing off a last second touchdown with a team up 55 points that doesn't care, that has their third stringers in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I lean to the Saints plus 15.5. They actually hung around their first two games, got smacked by Seattle last week. But yeah, Bills, different beast. Um, but yeah, survivor pick. Maybe if you haven't used the Bills yet, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna use them. Just get them out the way. So yeah.
Yeah. All right. Going from probably the least competitive game to the most competitive game, Eagles, Bucks. What's the spread on this one, Philly?
Eagles are favored by 3.5.
It bit me last week. I don't care. I'm going Bucks. But the thing that does is this in Philly or in?
It's in Tampa Bay.
Oh man, and the Bucks got a lot of success against the Eagles too.
Yeah.
Man, they're injured. Is Godwin? What about Wirfs and Godwin? Are they playing?
So Godwin's questionable, but I thought that was just one of those where they had to put it on the injury report.
Yeah.
I don't think he's playing, but maybe.
I don't know, man.
There's a lot of
Like
injuries on both sides.
who the Eagles got out? Is Lane Johnson
Let's
out for them?
see. Eagles. So they got a lot of guys questionable. I know they have two linebackers questionable: Jahai Campbell and Zach Bond.
Oh, that's
Uh,
big.
yeah, Dory Jackson's also questionable, and then they already are without Nolan Smith at linebacker. For the Bucks, they got two tackles out. Baker
Wirfs is
Mayfield.
out.
Who's that?
Wirfs is out.
Wirfs. I'm not sure about Wirfs. Oh wait. I'm sorry. Yeah, Tristan Wirfs. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's questionable. He's
Oh,
questionable. Mayfield, he's gonna go, but he's got a bruised
oh,
rib
Mayfield's a
or
dog.
something. He's a
I
dog.
ain't gotta
Yeah.
worry about Mayfield.
Yeah, and then they're already without a guard, a tackle, and they lost that D lineman Cansey last week. So I mean, both sides are pretty beat up.
Yeah, who you going with? Because after you read that injury report, I honestly don't know anymore.
Yeah,
Because
for
I,
me, I'm gonna just lay 'em with the Eagles. As much as I think it's just one of those they want you to pick the Bucks, but Eagles probably mess around and get a late touchdown and end up winning by 7-10. Um, but yeah, I know Hurts is 1-3 versus Tampa Bay. Bucks always do good, but yeah, Mike Evans is already out for the game. Um, so Baker, he's not gonna have much to pass to if Godwin's still out. He's really only gonna have Abuka, and Aden's probably gonna have to carry a big load. But yeah, I think Eagles. I mean, what they showed me last week. I mean, they're they're gonna be that Super Bowl contending team, and yeah, I think they end up covering this game.
I'm not gonna lie, I just can't stand their fans. I'm going Bucks. Philly, I just can't stand. Like I don't know what it is. Like they got guys I like too. Like I like Jalen Hurts. I
Yeah.
like AJ Brown. I like Saquon. Their fans are just, oh my goodness, I just can't stand them.
Hmm.
And I love Baker. So
Yeah.
I think them at home, they've had success against the Eagles. Yeah, give me Bucks. I don't know if I'll actually put it on anything, but give me Bucks for this at least. All right, another probably non-competitive game. Browns Lions spread on this one.
9.5, 10.5 at some places.
This feels looking at this game. This game has the feeling of the Ravens Browns 2 weeks ago,
Yeah, kind of start off
where
slow
it's
and then
yeah,
just get
because
blown out. Yeah,
the Browns defense is really good.
it is.
Like you look at their defensive line, their linebackers, they got a great secondary. Like you look at the Browns def it almost feels like the Texans. Like
Hmm.
you look at if you just looked at their defensive side of the ball, you go, "Oh, a team with that defense, oh, they can win some playoff games. Like they can make some noise." But then you have to watch their offense and then you go, "Oh, that's why they don't have a win." Like, because I think they only gave
Mhm.
up 250 yards to the Ravens. Like, they didn't. It wasn't their fault that it was a blowout.
Yeah, wasn't it a few or one or two defensive scores that the Ravens
Well,
had?
I'm pretty sure. Was it the pick? They might have thrown a. Might have been two defensive scores because
Mm-mm.
I know there was a fumble score and maybe a pick six score. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Yeah, I think you're right. I think they had two defensive touchdowns. And then the Lions, I will say though, something I love probably in this game. I don't know what the lines will be at, but either at Montgomery or Gibbs, I think I like their under.
I was literally thinking the same thing. I
That
mean,
Browns
Browns
defensive
rush
line,
defense is they
hmm
shut Jacobs down.
Henry,
Derrick Henry didn't do nothing.
like
Chase Brown didn't do anything. Like this is a stout Browns rush defense.
yeah, this might be one of those Gibbs or Montgomery under golf over because like
Yeah.
they do not give up rush yards. And I
Yeah.
know the Lions love to run the football and they got a good line, but I just the Browns ain't gave up rush yards to nobody.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I look at either Montgomery or Gibbs to go over their receiving yards and under their rushing yards. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. All right, next game on the docket. Another not great one. Panthers versus Patriots. What's the spread on this one?
Patriots are favored by 5.5.
Hmm. I don't really know what I think because like the Patriots, it's a crazy thing to say because they had five turnovers, but like you take away the turnovers, they look pretty good. They moved the ball up and down the field. Like defense played well besides the first couple series. Like the Patriots, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go Patriots because I think the Panthers, like I said with the Falcons, I think I might take the same thing with the Panthers. Like that might have just been a 1 week thing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm gonna have to go with the Patriots because Patriots the last 2 weeks they won week two, and then like I said last week, besides the turnovers, they played good football. They had five of them, still almost won, and I think the Panthers looked bad for 2 weeks, and then just I think they had a heroic effort against the Falcons. What do you say?
Yeah, I lean Patriots. Not the team I was expecting coming to the season. I thought they was gonna be way better. Um, I don't know. Like Drake May, he hasn't looked terrible, but I don't know. This offense hasn't looked great. Defense hasn't looked great. I think this is more just a fade on the Panthers. I mean, coming off that big win at home, um, be a little hangover effect. And Bryce Young, like he's terrible on the road. He's 1-14 on the road in his career. Like that's the second worst QB win percentage on the road. So uh yeah, I think Patriots bounce back. They end up probably winning by like in between 10 and 14 or so. But yeah.
I like it. This one's interesting because I don't. One team's really injured, and the other team I don't know. Jags 49ers. What's that game looking like? What's that spread looking like?
49ers are favored by 3.5.
Man, that's like the Jags. The Jags is they. I feel like they haven't reached their potential since Trevor Lawrence has been there. Like he hasn't, and they haven't as a team. Like I just feel like they've never been there where they should be.
No, same old Jags every year. And I think this line is telling us one of their or I think Jawan Jennings might be healthy for this game or somebody because I just feel like the
Was it
line would have
Purdy?
been lower. Yeah, Purdy as well. Purdy, he's questionable right now. So yeah, I think Purdy and Jennings will probably be back for this game. Um, so yeah, I lean Niners. Not my favorite. I mean, Jags are just kind of a hard team to read. You really don't know what you're gonna get out of them. But the Niners, they are. I mean, they're beat up. Like we were saying before we hopped on, like they have 20 plus people on their
That's
on
crazy.
their injury report. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's really like that every year, honestly.
Yep.
And I mean, but they're probably just gonna like you said about the Steelers, probably just mud this out. McCaffrey's gonna get a lot of carries because I mean they're depleted at the receiver position right now.
When I they have the same feeling like we were talking about with Darnold and somebody else earlier. Like that's why I don't think they've took a massive step down since Mac Jones been in there because it's kind of the same thing. We
Mm-hmm.
got Christian McCaffrey. We're gonna run the ball. We got a good defense. Like Mac Jones, you don't got to be Superman. You don't got to be that first round pick that the Patriots wanted you to be. Like you just got to come in, throw for 150 yards. We're gonna run the ball, and then we're gonna play good defense. Like
Yeah,
that's why, and that's the same thing. Oh, Wentz. I think Wentz was the one. Like yeah,
Wentz. That's who
some of
you
these
talking about? Yeah.
teams their teams are built to where their quarterbacks. You don't need to be Superman. Be a game manager. Don't turn the ball over. Play it
Mhm.
safe. Like throw the check down. You don't need to be nothing special. And like I was saying with the Jags, I had to take 49ers because like you look at the Jags, they're 2-1. You know, oh, that's pretty good. But they should be 3-0.
Mm-hmm.
Like that game against the Bengals,
Yeah,
not
they
only
blew
did you
that.
get their backup quarterback turned the ball over 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and you still lost on a game-winning drive. Like I feel like they just never take advantage of their opportunities. Like
Yeah,
they always
true.
have games like that. Like they can't never get over the hump. It feels like.
Yeah, and they got to travel across the country for this too. So, uh, yeah, I don't think this is a good spot to take the Jags.
Mm, yeah, I'm feeling that right there. Ooh, next one like this one, Colts v Rams. What are your thoughts on this one?
So, I haven't seen the Colts play this year. I've seen
I
like
haven't either.
a quarter and a
Me
half, and it's
neither.
crazy. Like I've seen a little bit of highlights, but this hurts to take this. But Rams minus 3.5, I think, is the play. Um, after, as we all know, what happened last week, um, to lose that cover against
PTSD to pick the Rams again.
yeah. Now I don't think I'm betting this, but if I was, I'd probably take the Rams. Um, but I don't really have much analysis on this game. I haven't seen the Colts play. I know they're 3-0, playing some great ball, but Rams, they're pissed off. They're gonna want to come back home and beat the hell out the Colts. Just a few trends though that I do have. Colts have lost 9 straight as underdogs. I guess they still could lose by 3 and still cover. And they've lost 6 straight against the spread against NFC opponents. Um, so yeah, um, that's a big lean. The Rams minus 3.5. But yeah,
What who the Colts play last week? Probably should know
Tit-
this, but who?
Titans.
That's why I'm gonna have to go Rams, just because the Colts, like they won, they won against the Broncos, but let's be real, like they missed the field goal, and it's a rule though. I'm not gonna be like, oh, they got lucky like that. The Broncos, they committed a penalty, and that is a penalty. But like the one solid team they've played this year, they lost to, and that was at home. And like now you got to play the Rams, who looked as for real can get for 3 quarters last week, and then
Mm-hmm.
I think let go of the reins a little bit, and that's the main factor. Like the Eagles had to play well, but I think the Rams were partially to blame for their own collapse there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go Rams because the Colts played one solid team, probably should have lost, and then the Rams should have beat the Eagles last week, which should have, could have, would have, but still looked. All right, we're gonna one of the last 2 games here. Ravens Chiefs. Now I assume the Ravens are favored here.
Yeah, Ravens favored by 2.5.
I got a. This is I don't know why I have this feeling, but I have this feeling that the Chiefs are either gonna win or they're gonna get beat by 3 scores. Because if the Ravens defense plays any type of good football, which against the Chiefs, it's not been that hard to play good defensive football because they just, especially without Worthy and out, uh, oh Rice, I couldn't think of his name. Without Rice or Worthy, like they got no weapons. They got no. Because even I'll give you, all right, you say Kelsey, he can't beat you down the field though. Like he ain't got that type of speed no more. they got no vertical threat right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hollywood Browns got to catch 10 balls for them to score 18 points. Like that offense just they can't threaten you with nothing. They can't run the ball. Like that just and the Ravens offense has still been really, really good.
It has.
So like I got to go Ravens here because the Chiefs offensively I just don't think they're not as good as they've been defensively and they can't keep up with the Ravens offensively.
So yeah, I do agree with that. It's gonna be hard for the Chiefs to keep up um with the Ravens offense. But I'm gonna lean Chiefs here just due to the fact like I they might be able to keep up just how bad this Ravens
Yeah, they are bad.
defense has
Yeah.
been. Um I mean, still got Mahomes, still got Kels. I think Tyquan Thornton's gonna be a big part of this offense this week, and they've been getting Juju Smith-Schuster involved as well. Chiefs, they've still won 10 straight games against AFC opponents. Um, so this one you just cut on TV. I won't be betting this unless it's some player props involved, but I just think Chiefs they might be able to exploit this, Ravens defense, and then Derrick Henry might have another big turnover or more at the end of this game to decide the game again. I think Ravens they have a lot of question marks right now, and I don't feel comfortable backing them.
I mean, you talk about question marks. Whoever loses this game, there's gonna be a lot of question marks, a lot of exclamation points. There's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
lot of whoever loses this, big time worry. And
Yeah.
I think it's a bigger thing for the Chiefs if the Chiefs lose, because like I think, like I said earlier, I think the Ravens they'll be fine. Like they just got a tough part of their schedule early.
Yeah.
I think they'll end up being fine. But like if the Chiefs because at least the Ravens do something really, really good. Like at least their offense is
Yeah.
really, really good. Like the Chiefs defense is good, but it's not really, really good, and that offense looks bad. And
Yeah.
like yeah, like I've said, they get Rice and Worthy back, but like that offensive line's not played well either.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now, I think you're right about that. The Chiefs would hurt more losing this game just due to the fact of what division they're in as well. Like,
that
I mean,
too.
they have the Broncos and Chargers that they have to worry about in their division. So, yeah, I do agree with you on that aspect.
Do you like? I don't know if it's just me. Like I've watched Mahomes lately. Does it just feel like he's like lost a little bit of his luster and like he's doing things now where it's like, what are you doing? Like he threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage backwards twice.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, against the Giants, he did it twice because he did it the
Yeah.
first time, and I was like, what is Mahomes thinking? Then he did it
Hmm.
again because you should have heard in Caldworth. Caldworth was like, oh my goodness, what a play. Didn't even mention the fact he threw the ball behind the line of scrimmage,
Yeah.
behind his running back backwards. He just like, he forced a fumble and Collinsworth's like, oh, you only see a couple quarterbacks make that play. It's like, well, most quarterbacks wouldn't have thrown the first ball. So yeah, you're actually right. They wouldn't have had to make that play. But yeah, just the Chiefs, man. If either team really, but really the Chiefs, they lose this one, they're in a
Mhm.
big hole. Because that division, you basically can kiss if the Chiefs lose, you can basically kiss away any thought of a home playoff game. It feels like with the way
Oh
the
yeah.
Chargers are playing, it feels
Yeah.
like a home playoff game's gone. They're gonna have to go the wild card route.
Hmm.
All righty, we'll talk a little bit your team here, Bears or Raiders. What's that game looking like?
So this line has moved a lot. It went from Raiders being favored by 1.5 to Bears by 1.5. Now I see it back to Raiders minus 1.5. So I think that's what it's at the moment.
What you got here? Since it's your team, we'll let you go first.
I honestly lean towards the Raiders. And I only say that because when everybody puts their money on the Bears aren't going to come through. And like I've seen this year in and year out to where, oh yeah, like we probably should beat the Raiders. And I think it's just based off last week. Raiders get blown out by the Commanders. We look good against Dallas, the worst defense in the NFL. Oh, so the Bears should be favored this week. against the Raiders that haven't looked that good. And Raiders are probably gonna go out and probably win this game. Just being honest. So, but this is a game that we don't need to lose. I mean, if you look at our division, we're 1-2. The rest of the division's 2-1. So you don't want to fall to 1-3, especially when the other three opponents are favored in their games. So this is a game we kind of can't lose if we're have any hopes of making the playoffs. Um, but I do think I have a bet. Romo Dunze, I'm betting his touchdown and his over 62.5 receiving yards. He's been a monster this season. And what I didn't know, he is from Las Vegas. Well, he was born in Utah, but he moved to Las Vegas when he was 3 years old. So he's gonna have a lot of family here, supporting him, and he's already been killing it, through the first three games. So I think he goes off tomorrow. He has
You
no
know what?
choice to.
I've always thought of that because I went to Vegas. Where do people live at in Vegas? Because I went to Vegas. Ain't no place
it,
to live down there. I don't know if they're
no,
staying in
it's not.
hotels or what it is, but
Yeah,
because
it's
I've
got to
always
be on the
thought
outskirts.
people are like, oh, I'm from Vegas. I'm like, where do you live? You live in a cardboard box besides the MGM? Like, I don't know how you live there.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
think downtown's just huge, and I don't know where the outskirts are. I
yeah,
couldn't see
I
it on the
don't either.
plane,
I've
but
never seen them. I only been there once, so I mean, I guess
yeah,
I ain't seen that much of it. But it's funny you
yeah.
say that's your outlook of this game because as a non-Bears fan, I go, oh, love the Bears here. Like Caleb Williams has improved all 3 weeks. It feels like the
Mhm.
defense. Like people don't talk about the defense. Like the offense looked good. The defense, what you should be talking about. Like holding Dallas to 14 points is pretty impressive. Like Dallas has scored point. Like they've looked good on offense. It's been their
Right.
defense the problem. Like that's like the Bears should be feeling pretty good going into this game. And you're a Bears fan, so I can ask you this because the Bears got a couple easier games coming up, right?
So we have the Raiders, and then we have a bye week, which I freaking
That's
hate. Like
early. Yeah, that's
yeah,
crazy early. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
it's week 5. So
Yeah,
after
that
this, we'll
sucks.
have to play about 12 straight games, and we have the second hardest schedule in the whole league.
Oh, well, maybe I'm wrong.
So I'm not a fan of that. And off the bye week, we gotta play Commanders on Monday Night Football, which they'll probably have Daniels
Daniels, yeah.
and McLaurin back. So the Raiders is actually them, and now the Bengals are easiest road games, but we have a gauntlet of a schedule. So yeah, like I said, this is one we have to win.
Oh,
I
and
mean,
this feels like this could change how you feel for the rest of the season. Because if you win this, you're like, oh, even though we started terrible, we got a 50 ball put on us. Like, oh, who cares? Nobody like you're 2-2.
mm-hmm,
Nobody puts on there, oh, you're actually 2-3 because you gave up a 50 bomb.
right.
Like it's the NFL, you're just 2-2. But if you lose to the Raiders, then it feels like, oh, then it'll be like every week. All right, what are we looking like on the draft board? Who we get? Like it feels like the season's
Yeah,
over if you lose this, even though it's 4 games in. Like feels like if you lose a game like this, season's over.
yeah.
But if
And no, go ahead. I'm sorry.
but
Sorry to
but
cut
if
you off.
you win, like I said, you're back to 2-2. Oh, we're good. We'll be all right. We'll be fine.
Yeah,
Let's see how this year rolls out.
yeah. So that's the exact same thing I said last year. We was going in to play the Commanders. We was 4-2, and we didn't look good all game. In the fourth quarter, we start scoring, take the lead with about a minute left, lose on the Hail Mary, as everyone knows. We lost 11 straight games after that game. Like that,
That's
that
great.
killed all of our hopes. And I was saying like before that game that like this is a very important game that we needed to win. And wouldn't you know, we lose 11 straight. We literally won one game after that, so that like literally sucked the whole life out of our whole team. So yeah, people don't think, but yeah, these early games they mean a lot.
And hilariously, it was the Packers who you couldn't beat forever.
Yeah,
Hilariously, that was the team you finally beat. Yay, we beat them. Well, we're 11-12 in our or we've lost 11 of our last 12. But hey, the one was the Packers though.
Yeah, yep.
All right. Speaking of the Packers, I think the Packers might beat the Cowboys by 30.
They
This
might.
might be a blowout. Parsons might have 3 sacks. Like this has the feeling of this is going to be embarrassing. This type of game where Jerry Jones is going to get embarrassed. Like he loves doing interviews. Let's see if he does an interview after this game. Like he loves speaking like he's the head coach of the GM. Let's see if he speaks like this one because he said, "Oh, I think we have a playoff team." Let's see if he's saying that after this because I don't know what your thoughts are, but this might be embarrassing for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I mean, most likely. I mean, Green Bay coming off that terrible
Embarrassing.
loss.
Yeah.
Dallas defense, we all know, is pretty terrible. Michael Parsons revenge game. No CD Lamb. I mean, there's not many bright spots to talk about with the Cowboys right now. Uh, Pickens would have to have a huge game if they want to, win this or even be close at the end. But yeah, it's Packers or nothing for me.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys should just honestly they if they don't get embarrassed, that's a win for the Cowboys because I
Yeah.
just looking at this game, the Packers lost to the Browns. That's embarrassing. The Cowboys lost CD. Like their offense didn't even look good last week, and their defense looked bad. Like they look terrible. You just don't look like you have a competent roster. You got Jerry Jones just every day speaking like he's the head coach, saying, "Yeah, I think we have a playoff roster." Just lying to the Cowboys fans, like he's not watching the same games everybody else is
Hmm.
watching. Like, yeah, for me, this just has a feeling of embarrassment might be coming the Cowboys and Jerry Jones' way. All right,
Yep.
and that's it. We're gonna have to go back and keep a tally. We're gonna have to keep a record of this, see who's better. Which I
Yes,
feel
we
like
will.
it might not be too crazy this week because I feel like we went kind of similar this week. I have a feeling.
Yeah, we was on the right side of most of the games, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I didn't even ask, but because I just said they were going to win by 30. But what is the spread in that game? The Packers Cowboys.
7.5.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I thought it'd be, which I mean, I guess the Cowboys have looked okay at times this season, so I guess I get that's why it's there. But yeah, my mindset's like, that's not high
Yeah.
enough.
I think it's because I'm pretty sure Cowboys are home. If they was on the
Yeah,
road, this
yeah.
would be double digits. So
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, alrighty. That's the end of episode 2. We'll see y'all next week on Monday to discuss this slate and the Monday night game.